Welcome to Tourism Around Lane County. Today we're joined by Dr. Lisa Benson, who is a full-time instructor here at Lane Community College. And Lisa teaches in the hospitality program, and we thought it'd be really interesting to learn more about that academic side of our industry. So today we're going to talk with Lisa, and we thought we'd start off with a little bit about your background. So I noticed you taught in Vermont, taught in Colorado. So what brought you out here to Oregon?
Yeah, I'm quite the traveler, actually. I started in Washington State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the reason actually that I ended up in Oregon is because of this program here at Lane Community College. I started in 2008, and at that time, the former dean, was all about making a sustainable hospitality management program. And the college that I was at in Vermont, I had just done that for the last few years. And I said, oh, great. Well, I'm from the West Coast. I miss home. I'm a West Coast girl. So I came back and I worked with our dean, Brian Kelly, and we created this amazing program. And now we are having our curriculum really focused on the sustainable aspect of what we do in our industry.
So in terms of hospitality, we've been traveling to Oregon, and I notice there's places that are very hospitable and some that aren't as hospitable. Mm-hmm. How are you guys working with your graduates and people that are working in your program? That's a huge deal right now.
It's a huge deal. You know, our industry is really unique in that you can start working without any education or experience. You can start as a dishwasher, you can start as a prep cook, you can start as a hostess or a host at the front of the house. When people choose to come to school and actually get that degree, we're teaching them all the stuff that they need to have all the finesse and all the customer service. And then our goal is that they're going to go and train their staff to also be hospitable on so many different levels.
So I know we talked a little bit earlier about Oregon Restaurant and Lodging Association, who is a partner of ours and produces some of this frontline training. They have a program called Guest Service Gold. And if you don't know about that, please call us because we can talk more about that with you. But I suspect that is having an impact on kind of that frontline service at hotels and restaurants around the state as they've been able to roll that out. But your programs, as you mentioned, also do that. So maybe talk a little bit more about the hotel, restaurant, tourism management program and how that is maybe moving the needle in terms of preparing the students. And you can talk about maybe placement rates or whatever you want to talk about related to that.
Okay, well, as far as placement rates are concerned, anybody that wants a job in our industry has a job. Basically, right now, our industry is growing so fast that we really can't keep up with the labor pool, especially a talented, qualified labor pool. And so our goal really is to get students in and out in a 2-year period and give them all the fundamental things that they're going to need to walk in as a manager of a hotel or a restaurant or a tourism operation. So we focus a lot on financials, costing, always costing, right? Labor costs, food costs, we live and die by those numbers. But we also do the finessing of like marketing and sales and customer service and sustainability. Of course, we have a whole class dedicated to that. And so our goal is that students will be working in the industry at the same time taking classes here, and they have a co-op requirement, so they have to work pretty much full-time for a whole summer in order to get the degree. And anybody that works in the industry, you guys all know that you want somebody that has a great piece of paper, but you also want somebody that knows what they're doing in the kitchen or in the front of the house, right?
Yeah.
So we know that we're a hands-on industry, and so we make sure that all of our students are well-versed.
So Annie's talked about in the past, and I think people in Lane County don't understand, this is a $1 billion industry, hospitality,
yeah, it's
tourism
amazing. Yeah.
In our area. 11,000 people.
Can you imagine? 11,000, it's crazy, right?
I know.
Yeah.
So look out 3 to 5 years, but also look out to, this year, like 2021.
Oh,
when
what's
we
happening
really
in
kind of need to
2021.
be focused on
Yes.
hospitality as we have thousands coming into our community. How can you help? How can we as a community help? What do you guys want to do?
I think it's important to realize the economic impact that tourism has on a community and all the infrastructure that we get and all the added bells and whistles that come from tourism tax dollars that we are collecting. As far as what we're doing here at the program, we're just trying to produce the best quality graduate that we can with all of our expertise together. We're a close, tight-knit family. You can see we're sitting here in a kitchen right now because our front of the house students are required to do back of the house and our back of the house students are required to do front of the house. So we're creating some well-rounded individuals. And so in the next 3 to 5 years, what we're hoping is that they're going to be out in the community. We'll be a portal for them to supply more labor, talented labor, and then they're going to go out and just keep it all going. We call it the multiplier effect.
All right. Well, one of the things we like to end with is giving you kind of an open mic to touch on anything that we didn't touch on today, but maybe I'll also just tee up one other question that pops into my mind. I know that the college goes through these transitions. So as the economy gets better, the college really struggles because people are going back to work. And so, maybe talk a little bit about how that's affecting your program or the college in general. I know they've got a bond measure coming up. So anything you'd like to say about that?
Yeah, being at a community college is really interesting in that when the economy is amazing and people are working, nobody goes to school. And as soon as we take a downturn, like back in 2009, 2010, I think, right when I started, we had over 100 students and we had a waiting list. Like our classroom that should have had 40 people in it, we were trying to smush in 70 or 80 students. And that was a good run for a while. And then the economy improved and people started working. And now our enrollment's quite a bit lower. It's a comfortable level for us. We like the amount because you get a lot more hands-on attention with the students.
Well, I think that's a great place to end today. We really appreciate you taking some time with us. Rick, thank you for being here. Thanks, you for
Andy.
going
Thanks,
out
Lisa.
and checking out on hospitality all around Oregon on your travels. So we appreciate hearing updates from you, and we hope you join us for the next Tourism Around Lane County.